Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Shiyuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the King of Knowledge, Raja Vidya. So Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita about ourselves, the difference between body and soul. We understand about the Kshetra, Kshetrajna, everything. And also Jnana, Neya, everything Krishna is teaching. So, but in this material world, it's very difficult to give up everything because our mind, for many, we talk about generations. Like we are like first generation or second, third generation, like that we talk about. We also talk about generation gap. But we ourselves have taken many generations. That's what we need to understand, realize that. We say that our forefathers, that itself is a wrong statement. Our forefathers. We were our forefathers. That's what we understand from Bhagavad Gita. So, that means we were actually struggling here in the past lives, many lifetimes we have already taken and struggling here. So, that way, Krishna is teaching us to realize that fact that we are the soul, we are not the body, and we need to break this cycle, this repeated birth, old age, disease, and death. So we should not be, our future should be different. Our future should not be like our past. It should not repeat. So it should not continue. It should stop. So we should put a period. We should stop these generations and generations of lives we have taken here, births we have taken here. So that way, now the future is in our hands. So that is how we are using our present. So it's very difficult to control the mind, so we understand. And that's why we are struggling here for life after life after life, we are struggling here. So now it is an opportunity for us to get this knowledge and apply this knowledge so that we can conquer our mind and make our mind as our best friend. So that using our controlled mind, we can remember only Krishna at the time of death. When our mind is completely controlled, then it should remember what we want our mind to remember. Right now in this world, because of so many lifetimes we have taken, and all the lifetimes our mind was wandering here and there always, and now also it is continuing to do the same. It's not sitting in one place. It's not staying in one place. It's not focusing only on Krishna all the time. It's going everywhere. Our mind is going everywhere. We have to make that mind not to go anywhere other than only Krishna. So that should be the goal of our life. Before we die, we should achieve this goal. Like goals and objectives we create, even in work, also in projects, also when we do a lot of things, the goals and objectives. So that's what we will first set it. So like that, the goal of our life is actually to go to Goloka, and in order to achieve that goal, we need to control our mind. Our mind should be conquered first. Then only we can go to Goloka. That means our mind should not be going anywhere else other than Krishna. It should be fixed only on Krishna. It should not go anywhere else. So that we should achieve before the end of our life. Before we leave this body. Before we lose consciousness, we have to make sure we are Krishna conscious all the time. Before we lose consciousness, we should be in Krishna consciousness all the time. That's what is very important. Sometimes people ask the question, what about a person who is in coma at the time of death, how he can remember Krishna? Or if a person dies in accident, this and that, how the person can remember Krishna? If we are remembering Krishna all the time, then this question itself won't arise. If our consciousness is always Krishna consciousness, if we are always conscious of Krishna, then this question itself won't arise. Because if a person is going into coma for some reason, whatever consciousness he remembers, it's going to stay there only. So it is all, this Krishna consciousness, it should be fixed on Krishna permanently. That's it. It should not go anywhere. So that means unconsciously we should be chanting Hare Krishna. All the time we should be chanting Hare Krishna. All the time we should be remembering Krishna only. That can happen only by practice. So, practice only makes everything perfect. And practice not only makes everything perfect, but also it makes everything permanent. That's what is very important. That means if we practice controlling the mind by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, then over a period of time, when our mind is completely trained to focus only Krishna, so then it is going to be permanently remembering only Krishna, not anything else. So that's why practice does not make only everything perfect, but also it makes everything permanent. So that way, this studying Bhagavad Gita, we are practicing Bhagavad Gita every day. This has become our daily life routine actually, at least 6 days a week. So this time comes, automatically we are here studying Bhagavad Gita, not thinking about anything else. At this point of time, our mind is fully controlled. Our mind is not remembering anything. If anything else, any thoughts are coming right now, our mind is not entertaining those thoughts. We don't have to. Because our mind is now fully engaged in remembering Krishna now. So how it can think about anything else? Can we all think about anything else other than Krishna now? Any other material things, material sense objects? No, it's not going to happen that way. Because this is practice, what we are doing every day, this studying Bhagavad Gita, as we always say, this is the Jnana Yajna. Sarvam karma akhilam partha jnane parisamapyate. All the works culminate in the knowledge only. So, our mind is now practicing, receiving. We are getting the knowledge. So, we are remembering Krishna now. How to remember Krishna. And we are also chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra also every day. And that practice is slowly and steadily making us to remember Krishna all the time. So that means it's making our mind to not go anywhere. So if we achieve full success, complete success in this effort, so then our mind is going to be permanently remembering only Krishna, nothing else. That is the goal. So that is our goal. So when we achieve this goal, then we are going to go to Goloka, there is no doubt about it. So that is our main goal. Primary goal is to go to Goloka. But in order to reach Goloka, our mind should actually go to Goloka. Our mind should be always remembering only Krishna, nothing else. So for that, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is teaching us, training us about how to control our mind, how to remember Krishna, how to chant. Everything we are understanding very clearly. It's all scientific process. Everything is science. Peace of mind is the source of happiness. That is the science. That's it. If mind is peaceful, we are going to be happy. That's it. And we know how to make our mind peaceful. That is only by remembering Krishna. That is only by controlling our mind. So, manasamyamya matchitto, only by thinking about me. So that way, we should not be affected by anything else in this material world. We should fully, completely depend only on Krishna for everything. If that happens in our life, then our life is very successful. If we are able to make use of this life to achieve that success, then our life is meaningful. All other achievements in this material world, they are only cheating us. We are getting cheated. When we think or when we feel proud about our materialistic achievements, it's very unfortunate. If you think that I've gained this, I've gained that, I'm great, I'm all such things, if you think like that, it's really a very, very unfortunate situation that we are fooling ourselves. We're cheating ourselves and fooling ourselves. And without even realizing, without even understanding that we are struggling in this material world and thinking that, falsely thinking that we are enjoying in this material world, we are actually not at all doing any good thing to ourselves. We are inviting problems after problems, and suffering is the only constant experience in our life. That's it. Constantly we will be suffering, struggling in this material world. That's why Krishna says, Mamaivamse jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanagam Manasastani indriyani prakritistani karsati. So this jiva loka, in this Jivaloka, this Jiva Bhuta. So they are, even though they are of my Amsa, so that means they are supposed to be with me in Goloka. So they should be enjoying all the time with me in Goloka. So because they are of my Amsa, they are of my nature, Mamaivamsa Jivaloke Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaga. But they are not doing so, even though they are eternal. But they are struggling hard in this material world, in this Prakritani, material nature, with 6 senses, including the mind. Manasastani Indriyani. So that's what with mind. Manasastani Indriyani. With mind, we are struggling. So with mind, we are struggling. With senses, we are struggling. So Manasastani Indriyani, Prakriti Stani Karsati. With mind and senses, we are struggling in this material world, material nature. So that means we need to bring both our mind and senses under the control of ourself. Then we won't struggle. Atma Vasam. Atma Vasam means under the control of ourself. Then there is no struggle. There is no problem. So that's what Bhagavad Gita is teaching us. This entire Bhagavad Gita is teaching us how to bring our mind under the control of ourselves. How to bring the senses under the control of ourselves. Simply by understanding this entire Bhagavad Gita, Yajñātva amritam ashnute. Yajñātva amritam ashnute. Yajñātva mokshashe asubhat. Yajñātva neha bhuyo anyati ñātavyam avasisyati. So Yajñātva, by understanding this Bhagavad Gita, amurtam ashnute. So we are going to get a life where there is no death. That's what Amirtam, permanent and blissful life. If we just get this Bhagavad Gita, if we just understand this Bhagavad Gita, that's what we are getting. Every day we are studying Bhagavad Gita, we are understanding Bhagavad Gita, so we are going to go to Goloka. We are all set to go to Goloka. When we continue to practice this Bhagavad Gita as what we are doing every day, and Krishna is actually planning. Krishna is planning for our travel from here to Goloka. Krishna is ready to take us. And that way, now Krishna, we are completely under Krishna's care now. So our life, we have actually dedicated our life to Krishna only. Madgata Prana. So that way, our studying Bhagavad Gita is going great. We are getting the knowledge. And our controlling the mind, we are able to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That's also happening very nicely. Of course, we are also chanting at the end of our Bhagavad Gita lecture also, class also, every day we are chanting. And of course, we will definitely chant more and finish at least 16 rounds. So then offering prasadam to Krishna, so that also will happen. So we will be able to offer prasadam to Krishna. Because of course, we are eating every day. We are making prasadam every day. So we are going to offer to Krishna. That's what is very important. So that is going to be our daily routine part of our life, actually. It's going to happen. So we will be able to offer prasadam to Krishna. And we will be also motivated to spread this message to everyone. This is going to happen. It's already happening with many of us. Already, whomever we see, we are trying to say that come and join this Bhagavad Gita. Study Bhagavad Gita. We understand Bhagavad Gita as it is, fully, completely. As Krishna said, all the slokas we are able to understand. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have finished 18 verses in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which has got 46 verses. So last time we finished 2 verses, 2 or 3 verses actually. So that's what we studied, 3 verses. So what we studied in the sloka number 15, then after 16, 17, 18 we studied. So in the sloka number 15 we studied that Krishna, Sanjaya is telling that the Krishna, what conchains Krishna blue and everything. Panchajanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjayaga Poundram Tadmau Mahashankham Bhima Karma Virkodaraga. So Krishna blew the conch shell Panchajanya, and Arjuna, Dhananjaya, the conqueror of wealth, he blew Devadatta, and Bhima, the voracious eater who performs Herculean tasks, Bhima Karma Virkodaraga, he blew Poundram, and that's what we studied in the 15th sloka. Lord Krishna blew his conch shell called Panchajanya, Arjuna blew his the Devadatta, and Bhima, the voracious eater and performer of Herculean tasks, blew his terrific conch shell called Poundra. And now, the next three slokas we studied about the conch shells blown by other Pandavas and also who else blew the conch shells. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthiraga Nakulaga Sahadevascha Sugosha Mani Pushpakau Kasyascha Parameswasaga Shikandi Cha Maharataga Drishtadyumno Viratascha Satyakishcha Parajitaga Drupado Draupateyascha Sarvashaga Pritibhipate Saubhadrascha Mahabahu Sankantadmukhu Pratat. So Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthira. So the king Yudhishthira, he blew the conch shell, who is the son of Kunti Putra. Many times Krishna addresses Arjuna as Kaunteya. So here it's Kunti Putra. So that is Yudhishthira. So he blew the conch shell Ananta Vijayam. Whereas Nakula and Sahadevas, the twins, they blew the conch shell Sugosha and Manipuspakam. And the king of Kasi, who is the supreme archer, so he blew. And also Sikandi Maharataga, the great like who can fight with the chariot fighter, the great chariot fighter, Shikandi, and then Drishtadyumna, Virata, Satyaki, they cannot be conquered. So Aparajitaga, so they are unconquerable. So Aparajitagam, so they who can never be vanquished. So then Draupadeyascha, then Drupada, then the son of Draupadi, sons of Draupadi, and then Sarvasaga Prithvi Pade Saubhadrascha Mahapavu, then the son of Subhadra Abhimanyu, they all Shankan Tadmugu Pratak, they all blew their respective conch shells. King Yudhishthira, the son of Kunti, blew his conch shell, the Ananta Vijaya, and Nakula and Sahadeva blew the Sugosha and Manipushpakam. That great archer, the king of Kashi, the great fighter Shikandi, Drishtadyumna, Virata, the unconquerable Satyaki, Drupada, the sons of Draupadi and others, O king, such as the mighty armed son of Subhadra, all blew their respective conch shells. So what is happening now to Duryodhana and the sons of Dhritarashtra, after everybody, all the Pandavas blew their conch shells? We studied in the 10th sloka in the first chapter that Duryodhana said, he told his teacher that our army is very powerful and very strong, protected by Bhishma, and the army and the Pandavas' army is protected only by Bhima. But when all Krishna and Pandavas and everyone, they blew their conch shells, what is happening to them? So that's what we are going to study in the next verse. In the next sloka, in the sloka number 19, Sagosho Dhartarashranam Hridayani Vyadarayathe Navasya Prithivim Chaiva Tumulo Byanunadayan. That sound, that vibration, when everybody, Shankan Tadmugu Pratak, when everybody was blowing their conch shells, that combined sound, so it was shattering the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. Dhartarashranam Hridayani Vyadarayatu. So that shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. That sound was actually, it is going from, it's vibrating from the sky to the ground. So there is Nabascha, Prithivim Chaivam, there is Tumulobhyanunadyan, that was tumultuous. So that's resounding, it was resounding. So that's what Tumulobhyanunadyan, Abhyanunadyan, it was resounding. So that was actually uproarious. So that was actually shattering the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. The blowing of these different conch shells become uproarious, vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. So that's what we are studying. We studied today this sloka number 19 in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitamena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Thank you Guruji for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I kindly request the devotees to use the Zoom raise hand feature to ask your questions to Guruji. Vijay Patra Prabhu has raised his hand.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna Guruji.
Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Om Namo Bhagavate.
Guruji, I asked a question in chapter first, sloka number 15. Panchajanya Hrishikesu Devadatta Dhananjaya Pandrodadma Mahasankha Bhima Karma Brikodara. Bhima Karma Brikodara. Why Bhima Karma is also called a Brikodar? Why?
Yes, Bhima Karma is one who can perform Herculean tasks. So that's what Bhima can do. So Poundam Tadmo Mahasankam, that Bhima Karma. So Bhima Karma is the one, only Bhima can do that kind of work, who is a very hard worker, Herculean tasks. And Virkodraga means he is the voracious eater. So of course Bhima eats a lot in order to perform such tasks because he needs a lot of energy to do that. So that's why he is known as Bhima Karma. Virkodraga refers to Bhima. So Poundam Tadmo Mahasankam. So Bhima blue is great conchal, known as Poundra. Yes.
And one more question, Guruji. We study earlier that in different group, Lord Krishna get their Panchajanya Sankha. We know, and Arjuna also get their council. So how Bhima Karma get their council? Do you know, Guruji?
Don't know. Probably maybe we need to study more in the Mahabharatam to find out about that. If anything within the Bhagavad Gita, if you ask, I will be immediately able to answer. But other than that, I have to refer.
Okay.
And tell you.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. I will refer and get back. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. There are no more questions, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji, for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Roma Rai Mataji. Hare Krishna. Srinivas Narela Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful session. We have been learning so many things day by day. And thank you very much for your efforts. Dinesh
Yes,
Prabhu, yourself, and Shiva Prabhu.
Yes,
all are doing tireless efforts, continuous efforts to teach us.
Krishna, yes, Krishna gives the energy. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, we are blessed to have you. Thank you very much, Guru.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Roma Rai Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hello, Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for so wonderful class.
Yes, Mataji.
Daily we are attending to you.
Yes, yes, merci, we are continuing. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, Krishna's causeless mercy, we are having you.
Yes, Mataji.
Blessed to be part of your wonderful session.
Hare Krishna.
Chanting 16 mantra Japmala.
Very nice, Mataji, very nice.
Now I'm focused on Krishna. I feel that he is situated in myself, in my heart.
Yes, yes, Mataji.
Yeah, I'm also offering everything to Krishna in my heart only.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I feel the presence in my heart, and I whatever I eat, I offer it with thinking of him in my heart. And then,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
yeah,
Very nice,
really,
Mataji. Chant Krishna's
yeah,
mercy.
yeah. And, one thing I wanted to tell you, Guruji, that I was singing. I was singing earlier. So I joined a class, a classical music class, where
Very
I
nice.
was learning further PhD level
Oh,
with
very.
yeah with Padma Vibhushan Dr. Prabhatre's disciple in Bombay University. So,
Okay.
but now that I am associated with youth, I feel that it is more materialistic. So, should I continue with it, or should I only absorb myself in Krishna?
You should continue. You said you were doing PhD, correct, Mataji?
No, I'm not doing PhD. Only my taste of music has developed to that level. So I am only for my
You should
sake.
continue because you can serve Krishna, correct? Because with that knowledge, you can serve Krishna. You can sing a lot of Krishna's songs and the Bhagavad Gita and all such things, correct? You can glorify
Yeah.
Krishna. So whatever
Yeah.
skills we have, we should use it in Krishna's service. So that way we should use all our skills in Krishna's service. Yes, Mother.
Yeah, only Krishna will guide me to serve him. No?
Yes, yes.
Earlier,
Mataji.
I had also before Corona, I had given audition in broadcasting. My one Krishna bhajan was two of Krishna bhajan was broadcasted in All India Radio in
Very nice.
Delhi. Huh? So then I composed Krishna bhajan and sang it for All India Radio.
Excellent.
So,
Mother. If you have that skills, then you should gain more and continue developing, and which will be ultimately helpful in Krishna's service. That is the main thing.
yeah. Only
So,
Krishna will guide me. Huh?
yes.
Yeah. Thank you
That's
so much, Guruji, for the wonderful
very
session
nice.
every day. Thank you so
Hare,
much.
thank
Hare
you,
Krishna,
Mataji.
Guruji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna to all devotees.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji. Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare. Namaste Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Chitrita Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
I
Krishna.
thank you so much for your time and your patience. And I just want to ask you one thing. I mean, the Bhagavad Gita, despite being, being an integral part of our Mahabharata, it's quite, isn't it? Like Mahabharata and you can just, you can, I mean, Bhagavad Gita is absolutely separate. We should not, I think, mix up both. Is it correct? That
When we study
give some
Bhagavad
background.
Gita, no, you are right to certain extent, Mataji, because Bhagavad Gita has got 100,000, Mahabharata has got 100,000 slokas. In that, Bhagavad Gita is 700 slokas. So, which is roughly 1%, little less than 1%, 0.7%. So we should actually Bhagavad Gita itself, where Krishna is giving this knowledge to Arjuna, so that we should get fully, completely. So if you have more time than reading Mahabharata for understanding, that's a different thing. But as you said rightly, Bhagavad Gita is separate. We need to study, even though it's a part of Mahabharata. For us, only Bhagavad Gita, that is enough. Yes. If you have more time for then reading Mahabharata, everything is fine. But first thing is, I recommend reading Srimad Bhagavatam instead of reading the entire Mahabharata. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you were saying?
Thank you so much.
Yes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah. No, I said that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Hare Krishna. Krishnan Vellachal Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Guruji, I have one doubt.
Yes, Prabhu.
The terrible sound echoing in the battlefield shattered the minds of the Duryodanas. Before he said that his army is more powerful than that of Arjuna. Then what is the meaning of his?
Because this is said by Sanjay. This is said by Sanjay. So what Sanjay feels. So Sanjay is noticing what he noticed, what he is noticing, what he is feeling, that the sound was so much uproarious, sound from sky to the earth. So that's why he was saying that he's narrating to Dhritarashtra. So in fact, he was narrating to Dhritarashtra also. He is saying that Sagosha Dharta Rashtrana. So Sanjay is telling to Dhritarashtra that the sound was shattering the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. So that way, this is Sanjaya's feeling. That much, that sound was so much.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you for your.
Thank you. Even Sanjaya says at the end, last sloka of the 18th chapter, 78th also to Dhritarashtra, even before the war started also, he was telling that Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna, Yatra Tanantaraga, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bodhi, Dhruva Mati. Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme master, definitely there is extraordinary opulence, victory, morality, all such things. So, yes, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hina Mataji. Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you Guruji for your wonderful class. Really I am enjoying. And today I was listening. You were advising my niece Roma.
Yes, yes.
Giving soul, and I am also learning that she is gone so far in the Krishna consciousness. It really gives pleasure to me. Thank you, Guruji,
Yes,
for all the blessings in your Gita class, and all the members are enjoying your Gita class. That is the beautiful thing. It is the beautiful things. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Suresh Kumar Prabhu.
Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Thanks for another wonderful class.
Yes,
you must be remembering that other day I got a permission from you about talking on who am I.
Yes.
So
yes.
that lecture went very well. Everyone liked that, and it was. And I was not knowing that I would be able, but by the grace of Krishna, I was able to clear them, and it was really nice. Thanks, Guruji. And
thank you, Prabhu. It's very nice, Prabhu. That's the way we have to spread Krishna's message. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ani Pepper Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for another wonderful class. I don't have any questions tonight. But I got a whole lot out of the class. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dipesh Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Guruji, we always say Krishna's mercy. Why don't we say Krishna's blessing?
You can say both also, but prasada, Krishna's prasada means it's mercy. Krishna's mercy means it's a costless mercy. So blessings, either way you can say, Prabhu. It's because when the translation of prasada is mat prasada, means by my mercy or by my blessing. So that way Krishna's blessings also you can say, but blessings is something like you are wishing, you are blessing, okay, you be good, like that, you are just blessing someone, correct? Here, mercy is rewarding, is awarding. So, blessing, you can say that you can wish. So, that is the blessings. But here, mercy is just giving it. So either way, yeah, you understand that, so yeah.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you for the explanation. Thank you for the class, Guruji. It was just I just stepped out for a minute. So
yes, Prabhu, no problem.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for the class, and thank you for all the ways by which you tell us to be on the path. No questions today, Guruji. And as you said, once we accept what is happening to us and leave it to Krishna's plan and do what is necessary from our side, I see a lot of good things happening. So
yes, that is
yes, Guruji. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the class.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Brinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Very nice, and daily progress is happening, remembering Krishna and reading some Prabhupada's books and chapters. Yes, Guruji, and your teaching early morning is a real blessing.
Yes.
Thank you, Guruji, for all the mercy shown to us. Thank you, Guruji, for leading us on this path. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna. Kandula Tirupati Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Today's class also, with the blessings of Krishna, we are working in the in blessings place, Guruji. We are very happy to see you again. Thank you so much, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Gayatri Mataji, Gayatri Shri Kumar Mataji.
Pranams, Guruji.
Pranams,
Pranams,
Mataji.
as usual, a wonderful session. Well explained. Thank you, Guruji. Nothing more to add. We have to be on the right path by Krishna's grace. We have to follow. That's it.
That is
Are you also
correct.
taking Bhagavatam? Are you also taking Bhagavatam?
Not now, Mataji. Maybe at some point in future, I hope Krishna will plan for that. Right now, we don't have time. I finished one entire canto in Tamil earlier. It is there in the Malayalam TV. I did it once. It was many years ago. But in future, we will plan, yes, Mataji. In some point.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you.
Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Suresh Tabi Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Ravin Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Guruji, by Krishna's costless mercy, we are learning and you are teaching, Guruji. Thanks for what you are doing, Guruji. No questions in today's course, slokas, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Guruji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
So it was a nice class today. I something like overheard, like you said, we are our own ancestors or something. Is it like what you said, something?
Yes, we were our own ancestors. Yes, forefathers. Because we think that forefathers were like this, like that. But in fact, we need to understand that we are repeatedly taking birth here. We were our own forefathers. That's what I was saying.
Okay, okay. In that context. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
We think that people 2000 years ago they lived like that, 5000 years ago people lived like that. Like history we are studying, but we were that part of history actually.
Okay. I understand. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Chandrakanta Mataji, Hare Krishna. Nitin Bele Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for today class also. No question from my side, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Everything is fine, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. And we are waiting for you daily, Guruji, for Gita classes, Guruji.
Yes,
Hare
Prabhu,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Nitin Bele Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare. It's a very wonderful session, Guruji. Thanks for the wonderful. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Pranam. Dandavat pranam.
Dandavat pranam. Hare Krishna.
No good.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sagu Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Very wonderful session, and really I was little busy in that room. Really very wonderful and very enlightening class, and devotees are very more charged. So really, anything we draw inspirations from our forefathers. They were leading a very simple living, high thinking. Really, we are lucky to have this. We should not break the tradition. Tradition has its value. So that's why living present is important. Past is gone. Still then there is relevance. We should not completely reject the past. So there is a connection. We feel that in the modern generation people, we feel that we are more advanced. That is not like that. You may be advanced in all respects in the art, but actually that true sense of the term, the humanity, they were love each other, very good qualities, the human values, which is very important. They were leading very simple living, high thinking. But we are not. We feel that we are high thinking, high minded and great mind by having many money, building high palatial buildings. These are doesn't make one's enlightened. So this is a kind of life. I think now we people are now 99% are low thinking, low living. By money, low living in the sense by having the gorgeous food or gorgeous building doesn't mean high living. Mind should be high. So then only you can say we are high living. This is not now the people we feel that we are great. Neither our forefathers, we are more inferior to them. I think they were a plain living, high thinking. We are neither high thinking, neither high living. Simple living. plain living. So these are we are leading a very low living, low thinking, I can say. That's why you are all suffering. We should not ignore that material pleasures, all these things, unless and until your mind is elevated to that state. We don't say that our forefathers were having Gita and Mahabharata, Ramayana scriptures. They were sincerely dedicated. I find they are more devoted. We are not devoted to that extent. We are chanting mantras, not in the true sense of the devotion. I found almost very few percent, 2 to 3% people are devoted. 95% we are just, it is a celebration that having that we, I am not criticizing, I am not, we are, lifestyle has become, we are transformed that being only in terms of only material things we are expecting. So we need to draw all inspiration from our forefathers so that we can lead a better and very elevate to that state. By coming to the Gita class, by we are injecting that you are injecting to our mind. So that's why you are becoming transforming. Otherwise, would not be situation would be different. Now, because you Guruji, and without in this modern context, in the modern lifestyle is so complicated. Only Gita and you Guruji, you can take into some extent. 100% we cannot say. We cannot do. I am sure what our forefathers. I feel bow down before that everything that we are nothing. We cannot say that we cannot be our my forefathers. I am 100% sure. My mother is also so pious and dedicated. We are not like that. And also my grandfather, I have seen their lifestyle was totally different. They don't think ill of others. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. But now, because Guruji, because we and 1% or 10% you are changed because of you. Whatever I am now thinking of, if you are not present, if you would not have attended this Gita class, what would be the situation I am now realizing? So Prabhupada has rendered a great service. This we are all totally impure. So by coming to this world, Prabhupada rendered a great service by which we are becoming transformed. Not 100%, maybe some percent. Otherwise, you would have been zero. Now, 100% you may not be, but Prabhupada and Guruji, because of your sincere efforts from your student career, now I realize that I am not negative or critic of that, but really I am grateful. I think of myself, my mind was somewhere. Had I not been in Gita class, now my mind is getting day by day purer and purer because of you, more and more refined, policing. Our mind is rather more towards on the path of divinity because of you, Guruji. Otherwise, what would the situation now I'm realizing? Transforming to some extent. Humility, modesty, and that kind of devotion, some extent we are developing. I should not totally negate that myself. Really, I am developing. I am proud that I am developing some extent, not 100%. If you are more and more dedicated to automatically be changed. So our mind should be, you cannot Guru drag into our mind. Unless until we make surrender you and Guruji, Prabhupada and Krishna, otherwise we would not, by attending the class, that is not sufficient. We have to also make efforts for the Adhyabhasaya, Udjogo, and that only you can do that. God, your blessing is needed. Still then, unless because you are surrender, you are having that kind of devotion to you. That's why it's saying. Unless you show our devotion to you and Guruji and this Prabhupada and also the Krishna, we would not change. So thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Satata Naman, Naman. For your great service. I am indebted to you.
Chandrakantam.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Guruji, I have one question. For every mantra you are telling Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, shall I have to, because when I am chanting 16 rounds also, shall I continue the same thing?
Yes. The same.
after every round, now Shri Krishna Chaitanya, this
Yes.
thing we have to tell. Okay, Guru. Okay, Guruji. Then one more personal questions I have, Guruji. As I told you, this month my daughter has come down from Canada and they are with me. Somehow I am observing the value system has been drastically deteriorated, Guruji. I cannot tell them because they are all educated and all. Somehow I feel sad for myself and for them actually. For myself, Krishna is making me happy, but I don't know whether to pray for Krishna or not. I don't know because it's each individual is different. It is up to them because they
Won't help me. We will just,
yeah,
every individual has to take it. That's it.
no, but as a mother, somehow they think I don't know, Guruji. Somehow I'm very unhappy with the value system what she is developing, Guruji. It is head is reading of success, something
Yes,
like that.
we just remember Krishna, depend more on Krishna, Mataji. We can't help. There is a situation now. What
No. I am depending on Krishna only. I'm not depending on any of them. But
Yes.
still, since I'm not completely become, since why my daughter is like that, somehow I feel like that, Guruji. Somehow I feel because I have a second daughter. She is okay. She's her value systems are intact. Those one who is in Mumbai, but she doesn't speak to her at all. Because if the sisters talk to each other, at least siblings they can exchange everything. But she will not speak at all. Somehow our value systems have gone. I don't know, Guruji. I feel so sad whether I have to pray for Krishna or not. It's my doubt, Guruji. Whether do I pray for her or not, or concentrate on myself. I don't know. This
Focus on
confusion.
serving Krishna and leave everything to Krishna. Each individual has to take their own. If we are able to influence, we can definitely influence to the extent possible. But it's not going to happen. It's not. It will not.
Yeah, she is the thing. I don't know. She was not like that, but she is deteriorated. I feel one should improve, but not deteriorate.
No, today's world is like that. We cannot blame this. That's why only 1 in 1,000 only will come here. So we have to just the circumstances are like that.
But I feel the anxiety level, the subtle way. If I observe, I think they lose their health and all after some time. Somehow, I mean, the value system are not intact. Somehow, I feel there's no respect. All the drama are doing the people around. They feel no, Guruji, the foreign, in and IIT and all. For that, so much gone. No respect for household or siblings or.
The cultural difference that's happening everywhere. It's happening, but even we also.
I feel if they have children, I don't know what. I'm somehow I'm 25% of the time I'm getting disturbed actually. Looking at the things. Otherwise, I'm
whatever
doing.
you can do, Mataji. You can help. You can do. But
No,
other
whatever
things
I
are
can
not.
do, I'll chant myself. I'll do my puja, but I am not offering a full-fledged food
No,
because.
when they are there, you can give them prasadam, make prasadam, and give them
Prasadam I cannot make, Guruji, because I'm only offering fruits and milk for Krishna because every day non-veg is going on. Because in our house, only on Sundays, something my husband used to eat, that's all. Now every day it's going on, but I won't feel like offering, Guruji. I'm only offering.
You don't cook every day. If they're doing, why you are cooking? You don't cook it. You say that.
I am not cooking for them. They are only because the kitchen is only one, no, Guruji. That's why I'm not.
Then you can't help. You can't help. You just leave it.
Even though I was cooking non-veg for my husband weekly once because he likes, but every day means somehow I feel.
Weekly once also, slowly you can stop. You don't have to work at certain time.
They'll also complain. No, they are all.
No, I understand your situation. Yes, your situation I understand.
That's okay.
But we'll pray to Krishna.
I was only cleaning everything, and I kept the vessels separately. Even that vessels are also now I'm not using now. Since every day in the kitchen or in the fridge, if I don't, I feel like offering even the rice also, Guruji. So I cannot. I only offer milk and fruits to Krishna now. I'll do my 16 rounds, 32 rounds. It's not possible for me because The household things are this thing. But
each individual is a soul, Atma, that's it. We should actually do everything as responsibility. Doing something is different. Whatever as responsibility, what you do, but not, we ourselves should not become a victim of the situation. With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna will guide us. That's what is very important. Because
I talk to my second daughter who is in Mumbai. She tells, you do whatever Krishna Bhakti you are doing, don't get disturbed
exactly.
by
So because we are when we die, everything is completely disconnected. So we need to focus more on Krishna's service and other things, whatever within your capability. If you are able to help them in a better way, whatever you can do it. That's it.
No, they'll not listen, Guruji. They'll
No,
not
I know,
listen.
I understand, but still, yes, Mother. Krishna will help, Mother. Everywhere it's the same situation only. So just depend on Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna will give you. I think the more and more you serve Krishna, he will show the way. Hare Krishna.
I think I should pray, then I'll not pray anything, Guruji. Except Bhakti, I'll not pray anything for him. Except for
No,
this
it is
Bhakti.
not going to help, Mother. It's not like pray or not pray. It's each individual has to take it. That's it.
Okay.
We cannot pray for someone to become a devotee.
Okay.
If
No,
there is
not for devotee, Guruji. I don't want them to become like, for example, my second daughter is not a devotee, but our value systems, our human values are intact. That is more than enough. Devotee and all, it is left to them as Krishna's.
No, that's what to do. It's because of the culture, because of the nature, because of the circumstances, all those things. You can't change it. Or if you do something, you will be able to change it. You can't do it.
Yeah.
So, because you are in India, but they are in Canada, they came only for a month and you are seeing all those things. Afterwards, all this time you didn't notice because they will go back, so you can't do it.
Okay.
If they can listen to you, then you can tell them that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can pray. It's depend on Krishna, Motherji. Depend on Krishna, he will do whatever Krishna wants. In order to not give you any problems, Krishna can say only for you. He can do all those things. So like that, we will do, Mataji. That's the main.
Okay, Guruji. So I thought today it was lingering in my mind. If I tell something in this class, then that problem will vanish from my mind. Then I thought, like, which is
So Krishna will help. We definitely you do serve Krishna very well. Fully depend on Krishna. You don't even have to ask Krishna. Krishna, there is no point in praying to Krishna, do this, do that, help me and all. He knows. He knows what our needs are there. He is there in our heart as a super soul. There is absolutely no point in asking Krishna, do this or do that for me. Whatever is good for us, he will do it. That's it.
Correct, Guruji.
We
No,
should
that
fully
still I have. That's why I'm feeling. Because I should have seen her as a, so many non-devotees are there. No, so many people without any values are there. I'm not at all bothered. But only for her bothering means still I have an attachment. That's what I felt. Still I'm bothering for her means that still I have an attachment. Sometimes I'll say, Krishna, please get me out of this attachment. That's what I sometimes I think like that whenever I'm listening to Kirtan or something like that. Yeah.
And yes, no one listens to me at home, so I don't have to think about that. So we have to just do whatever service we do. That's it, Mother. That's it. So just fully depend on Krishna. Okay, Mother. Hare Krishna, Mother.
Everyone, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I spoke with all the devotees, and we will listen to Srila Prabhupada's Gita, and then again we'll continue.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.